Macedonia. Jaylen Wells had a big game against Colorado in one of the two, and there's the rebound for Luke O'Brien.
Side out, expect Jones to get a lot of touches in that mid-post area where he's a playmaker.
And they will have to work defensively. Colorado long possessions all night. There's a big three for Wells, who had six. Front courts both ways. Still awaiting that under 16 timeout. That's a three that's a little bit short for Wells, and the follow is good.
Watch him push it right here.
He did that late in their win in Pullman for a smooth two. Catch and shoot, Traylor Wells. No, another offensive rebound. That's 5 for Washington. In that big game against Utah, Wells pivoting, has to hook a pass to get it out of trouble. Got it back for a three. That's good.
And while the bigs were, Isaac Jones so far struggling. He is the leading scorer for Washington State. Tristan Da Silva doing the job.
Wells just narrowly missed his third three. He comes crashing in for the rebound, and we have a
Rodman is loud and proud on that as well. It's a trend going around.
The former Washington State Cougars, so much upheaval on this roster, and there is Wells for two, the transfer from Sonoma State.
Yeah.
15 on an average of about 10 and a half.
Yeah.
This year for Washington State in the turnover department. Oh, that's a laser beam of a pass, and it got a three. The third of the day for Jaylen Wells. An extra step for Winsue.
You got Hadley on Isaac Jones now.
Well, step through for Wells. That's no good, and the rebound for Simpson. Colorado at some point, probably not.
No.
To keep him from the three for the tie. Here's Wells. Oh, he tried to lean it in. It didn't go. And the rebound for Collins.
So much the last, 25 minutes of the game last night. Kind of ran Iron Man, and it worked. Wells missing Chinyelu. And Reyno just picked. It's a hard thing. The previous game just saw that where fouls called really impacted the Dem bonus chance to have a game today, and that's what no one likes seeing that. He's talking about Rice chose that time. He pushed that ball up more quickly into the front court. Sets up Wells. Boom. Wells hits the three. Angel looked like accidentally might have whacked him. Yes. Too strong by Rice. Wow, Stanford didn't block out. Wells snuck in there. And then Geeler strips and fouls. There's a nice drive. Michael Jones. He's struggling a little bit to me of what we talked about with Madsen of Utah. Sure, Michael Jones has been more willing to put it down and go.
Well, here's the thing, Ted.
And late clock now, and it's going to be Wells putting it up.
Kicked it out.
Wells back up, second try, no. And the defensive board by Spencer Jones. And we have a stoppage now.
Pioneers in Washington State basketball in the last 20 years.
Yeah, good stuff, Jordan.
That's very good. Aaron Baines has been able to play as recently as this year. He's playing professionally in Brisbane.
Or a field goal attempt, for that matter.
I love every so often. I remember we remember these things from when I was in high school. There's a three in the corner.
That's that baseline.
Wells, yeah.
Baseline.
Got the gauntlet for Utah. If Utah is going to try to force their way into the field, which is really what they have to do.
Yep.
You're talking about Colorado and then this team tomorrow night. That's tough.
Yeah, I mentioned it.
And I've never done the mock things that a lot of other people, but those who do tell me that one game rarely can impact and change things that dramatically as Wells knocks down a three. I've heard that a bunch over the years, including Arby's in his career. And Jaylen Wells just beating the shot clock. Look at Jones. Well, there's what you talked about. And he has claw.
This is Jaylen Wells. He has been the difference maker for them as soon as... And now here's Rice. Wells from deep, and he missed it all. Do you think the emotion of this night has gotten to the Cougs?
Well, it has. They played their first game so long ago that in that game, Dan, this is true, they played by the rules in which nobody could dribble.
He told me that pregame. I couldn't believe it.
Despite the fact they've only made one three-pointer have controlled the tempo of this game. Here's Wells with a smooth jumper from 2.
First time he's got a true.
That was a beauty. And he got popped by Clough, and now here comes Rice. No look. Followed by Jones. And it gets stuck. Ball will stay with the guy. And even though Washington State has the head-to-head tiebreaker, technically it would be a share of the regular season.
But those 2 wins against Arizona were impressive for Washington State. I don't have much of a football background, so I struggle throwing different football analogies out there.
Wells with the 3.
He needed that.
Score it from Wheeler. 5th assist of the game for Xavier Wheeler. Quick answer for Wells, who's able to tap out the miss. Shot clock is winding down for Jaylen Wells, who fires, and that was right on line. He back rimmed it. Mia can't get it. Here comes Rice. Wells tees up a 3, and it was off as soon as he shot it. He knew it, but Clough is there. Wow. That might be the nail. Wells has to heave. Jones follows with the dunk. 9-point.
Give a full head of steam and absolutely don't foul.
First miss of the night. So Wells lets it fly, and that's off the mark. Mia with the rebound, saves it to Wells. Now here's Rice. Wells. That's it. And Washington
met.
Yeah, Washington. That's a lot of new guys.
And that's Bona for UCLA and Yakimoski for Washington State. The only guys who started the last time these 2 teams played.
And that was a good offense.
The draft, but having missed half the conference season, you would think Miles Rice a lock for freshman of the year.
Oh, without a doubt.
Wells. And the loose ball, Rice out. And UCLA was called for 3 fouls and a technical in the first 20 seconds of the game, which was hard to believe. Jaylen Wells hits the shot.
His length right there, Ted. 6'8", shoots over the 6'3".
Out this terrific turnout again in Pullman. Look at the position, Clough. And ends up with a 3 for Wells.
Oh, here they come. Here comes the Cougars, Ted. Here they come. I've seen it in a long time. Dylan Andrews, put on the show, young fella. They can't leave him open.
No. That's going to be a block out again.
No, not at all. 2 great looks for Stefanovic. That second one, I really thought he was going to knock that one down.
Wells lets it go. Nope. And then Wells had started to backpedal in transition. Utengel shutting off Wells on the baseline. Wells then just forces one. And let's see where that goes. That's staying with the Cougars. Taking 7 shots, 12 points in the first half for Dylan Andrews.
He came in this one averaging 11, so he's at his average, above his average already.
Nope. Floater doesn't go for Wells. Foul on Nuba.
That's the second.
Jaylen Wells and scores it and 1.
I don't know how he did it, Ted, but somehow he found a way to get all the way to the...
Oh, Wells shook Brandon Williams, but then can't finish. And then a foul going to be called on Washington State on the rebound. Trying to trap Miles Rice, no. Yakimoski free. Swings out to Wells. And Wells knocks down another 3.
That's just great ball moving right there by Washington State. Find an open guy, and Jaylen Wells.
Oh, missed throw. Enough time for Wells. No, what a great play, but it's too late. What a play by... And there's a nice spin and finish by Jaylen Wells.
So you can see that he's got into his comfort zone.
Cougs work to get the ball up. Wells. Rebound foul. That's going to be on UCLA. Brandon Williams, a good job there going with Isaac Jones. Wells trying it, and Wells hits it.
Boy, that young man hit some big shots for Washington State. That was it.
All right, Wells ISO'd against Berke. Takes him in. Tough shot. Who said that was a tough shot?
You did.
Missed a month with a hand injury that he actually suffered against Washington State on January 10th. He's been a lot better since his return. Johnson blocks Wells from behind. Possession stays with the Cougars. Above the foul line, it's Chinyelu again, handing off for Wells. He'll take it. And there comes Collier. State.
They may have worked out together, though. AJ being 8 miles away at Idaho. That must be what it is.
Very possible. Yep. As that rattles in for Jaylen Wells.
Yeah, I'll tell you, he's just been like, took his mid-range jumper and knocked it down. I'll tell you, USC has some dynamic guards out there on the perimeter.
And they have a lot of depth. They've had to dig into it this year. They're going to get the ball right back. It's 4 for 5.
Yeah, he's looking like the real deal so far here in this first half.
And free ball for Jaylen Wells off the mark.
Defense as well, AJ. They're doing a fantastic job here on the defensive end. They're giving Washington State a dose of their own medicine. Look at that beautiful run.
Nice floater, Jaylen Wells, the Division II Sonoma.
On that ball over the top, and a nice job by Morgan for sealing his defender and getting the easy dunk.
He's been sidelined with some foul trouble. Big basket there. Turnaround Wells. Hello, Jaylen Wells. Welcome to the game.
Yeah, he's been caught right there by a veteran guy, Boogie Ellis. No way that pass had a chance.
Jaylen Wells.
Vendrá con el frenado súbito, el disparo de 3, el australiano se queda con el balón, busca algún compañero, ese tiro de 3 y los puntos para...
¿Tocaron siquiera? Si recuerdas que lo vimos en cámara lenta y close-up y detalle y cuadro por cuadro y ni lo tocaron.
De hecho, qué bueno que lo dices porque en una hasta le
marcada, tienen 30 segundos, que los consuman, que traten de romper esa defensa, que traten de hacer esos cambios y no hay duda, van a lograr los puntos.
Pasado del 12 en lugar del 11, eso hubiera causado el problema.
Exacto.
Para que no haya dudas, Alex dice, mire señores, voy de acá, Jaylen. El embague, pero en los momentos clave, ¿eh?
Sí, de acuerdo, trae esos momentos importantes.
Pero nada, una muy buena defensa. Observe usted, el perímetro está totalmente cubierto. Gaffney cerrando los espacios, Gaffney provocando que falle y después Brian se le embague.
Zona totalmente abierta, ahí creo que tenían que haber algunos de sus compañeros cerrado el espacio al centro para que él pudiera hacer ese pase y buscar el enceste.
Clough, creo que sí se le extraña para recuperar tablas. Él es Jaylen Wells. Buen movimiento de Wells, un jumper de media distancia, lo falla y en el rebote está. Pasando el balón, viene con prácticamente un tiro libre, se queda corto y otra vez bajando el balón. Este fue a la gran figura del béisbol.
Buena defensa,
amagando, parece que pisó la línea,
Sí,
José Pérez con el rebote. Te dije, 2 canastas. Vino la de 3 de Adam Miller y esta de Gaffney. Fallando en el triple. ¿Habrá una segunda oportunidad? Sí. ¿Habrá una tercera? No. Y Frankie Collins recibiendo.
Things into his hands, being aggressive and really aggressive with the ball, creating for himself and others.
There's Wells pulling up in the lane from 6 feet.
Look at the intensity. Arizona, they're going to pass that off, switch that right there. A lot of those guards can guard anybody.
Here's Wells for 3. Got it. Wells shooting 40.
He had some good games, not great games. He has been on fire the last month. That's a heat check right there.
That's deep. Grabbing the rebound down low and putting it right back.
Kind of competitiveness, that grit, you know, just the way he plays, and he like embraced it. He was all in for it.
You know what I'm surprised he didn't say?
Yeah.
As Jaylen Wells hits a three-pointer to put the Cougs up by
the offensive glass. They are hungry on the glass. Washington State's got to be really careful defending and boxing out.
Wells Doesn't hit anything besides the backboard on
to the free throw.
2-point ball game, under 10 to go here in the first half.
Oh, wow.
Wells, deep. Rebounded and pump fake. Here comes Rice to Wells. Hanging and hitting.
Really difficult shot.
Cougars
right
up by
Arizona, especially here in McHale Center.
That's a great point about Rice, and he is just a freshman. Granted, he's been in school for 3 years. This is his first year on the court as Jaylen Wells hits another three. Hidden State still down by 4. We're about 4 minutes into the second half. Wells so effective in the first half, and Clough is there for his first points of the game.
Feels like the biggest shot of the game for Arizona for a couple reasons.
And Wells answers right back. His fourth team wanted to establish the paint. Dead even, 28 apiece. Wells battling for the rebound down low. Pesky defense from Love. Wells with the runner blocked. Ballo gets a piece of it. Here comes Love.
Now back to this matchup. They like Rice with key shot on him.
From deep. And Wells drills it. Jaylen. Wells picked up the dribble. Back out to Winsu. Impossible shot falling away. Jaylen Wells hits it. He has 21. Cougars up.
Now they're going back, try to get it to Isaac Jones down low. It's going to be Wells one-on-one.
Wells using the screen. Two-strike. Ballo snares the rebound out of the... Ballo has a hand on it. Yakimovsky rips it away from the corner. Got it! Wow. Jaylen Wells.
Push the ball back to Watts. Oscar again at the elbow. Wells. Been waiting for that attempt, missed it. Keith clears it. Wells. Yakimovsky will drive to the corner. Wells, corner three, bingo.
Good looking shot by Jaylen Wells, the junior. It's paying dividends for him.
Maxime talented down there, 4 points. Wells, open three, nothing but net. 31-25, Jaylen.
By Isaac Jones.
But if you're Kyle Smith, are you saying, guys, did you see what Isaac just did? Get him the ball more?
Absolutely.
And Wells tees up the three. He hit 2 in that first half. Jaylen Wells is... Here's Isaac Jones. Cougars got to get him going. More touches. Jaylen Wells, nobody moving, fires a three. That's long. Wins to the offensive rebound. And now Rice tees it up. Points. And it got awfully quiet in here. Miles Rice to Wells. Got to a spot. Wells' jump shot is off. Isaac Jones trying to run it down, but Michael Jones got to it. And their length, I should say, not just about size. It's hard to get passes inside on either one of these teams. Wells found a little soft spot. And the rise and fall of Jaylen Wells. What a jump shot. Isaiah Watts, freshman from Seattle. Wells just hit that bucket a moment ago, got back to almost the exact spot, but missed it this time.
Yeah, pulled the string a little bit on that one.
Miles Rice in there for the rebound off the AMAC miss. And now Wells the drive and hits. That's it. That's a hanging jump shot there too. Tied it 2.
Well, again, the reason this is going to be a physical game. Let guys play. It's a great job by the refs early.
And Wells open three on the weak side. That one's off. Nice box out there by Tyson.
And Wells contact Chinyelu there to pick it up loose out of the air and dump it in. Well, AMAC had no chance when Chinyelu gets it and goes high on the release right there. That's, what is it? I can't even say it. 7-8 is. Wells almost makes another if he was coming off the bench averaging 3 a game. And as good as he is, it's a phenomenal, maybe one of the best in the country.
And Celestine in transition. He really does, man. He's so good for Washington State. 10 points on 4 of 8 shooting, 5 rebounds. Entertaining first half here at Beasley Coliseum. Washington State up by 12 against Tyson now with 18. Jones, a lot of dribble. Celestine's got him pinned over there. Wells had to come out.
They should double that, don't they? You can see the building blocks of this team, and they're going to be really good.
Bluff. And the touch. Oscar now with 4 points. But look, Cal's played a lot better this half offensively.
Always in a good mood. You never know what they're going through.
It's important to, just every once in a while take a step back.
That's why for me, meditation is one of the most important things.
I'm a big fisherman. I go fishing when I'm back at home.
You always need time away from football to focus on yourself because we're way more than athletes.
For Dana Altman.
Oscar Clough going at Dante. Let it fly. Wells does. Wells, who had a terrific night in Corvallis last month, will do is get his team back into the NCAAs. They've been in the NIT the last 2 years. They would very much like to get back to where they feel they belong, as that three is knocked down by Wells, his second.
Washington State blocked shots. Washington State is the second tallest team in college basketball. Oh,
well, Dane Altman's going to remind his team, as he did in the game again for Washington State. We've not seen Chinyelu in this first half. Tough shot. Wow, man. Yeah, the Jaylen Wells. That was like
magnificent display in my gym at home with all of these. And the beautiful participation of this remarkable student body.
And that is a strength of Washington State's team this year. Again, excellent rebounding team, both ends. Wells in. Again, tapped to Rice. No, short.
Again,
Clough, a crowd getting into it.
Now we find out who's got it, who wants it.
Jaylen Wells, no. Dante with another rebound.
Give Shellstep.
He's got a shot. Rice had a shot, didn't take it. Late clock now. Wells. He will shoot it off. So a couple of misses, empty possessions now for the Cougs. The Ducks.
Ray Yakimovsky having a career year as a senior. Rice to the baseline. Flips it out to Wells. Checks his toes and knocks it down. Jaylen Wells. Offensively. Wells off the crossover. Pull up three. Bam! Jaylen Wells going off.
Is he ever? Because the shot clock was on his back and he just...
17 Cougs points belong to Jaylen Wells. Bilodeau's been the leading scorer, but not here for the Bees.
Actually thought Tyler got hit on the arm right there. That was a good look.
Gotta find this hand.
Referenced in Seattle. He's got a quick 11 tonight. 4 for 4 from the field, and 3 of those are threes. Again, though, not a surprise when you look at what he did at Sonoma State. He averaged over...
All 3 for Lake. So 5
good.
quick points off the Beaver bench. He's got them back within a possession. A little pester pressure here. And another...
Off the clock. They didn't do a good job with the pass the ball part. Turnover number 5 for the Cougs.
Oh for 2 on the trip for the Bees.
Good looks also.
Watts against a broken defense. Threw up a prayer and a Beckway was there.
Yeah, they got it down the floor. 3-point shooter.
Rice against Pope defensively. Now sees the second defender. Through the legs of Clough. Wow. This is Justin Rochelin.
Offense, I'll tell you what, JB, a lot of the passes by both teams are an adventure. Go back to your sport in football. We got to keep completions and attempts here the way it's going. Inside out, inside out.
On the 3-point line.
First miss of the night, right? 6 for 7 from the 3-point line.
Pope dancing with Rice. What a matchup here.
I don't know.
Christian Wright throws it over to Ratai for 3.
We put more players. The Beavers themselves have 6 fouls committed, so we are going to see some free throws in this final 8 minutes and 2 seconds.
I'm really impressed. Ratai, that crude 8, a chance for their 4th to match UCLA's 4th, picked up on the farm last night.
And lest we forget, they came in here with 3 consecutive wins, 6 of their last 7.
Lanes inside. Because here comes Gardner. Good job by Priscilla Williams, just dropping off and seeing it.
Hansford, who checks in as well. Misses on that jumper. One and done scenarios with the defensive rebounding after Beers grabbed that offensive carom to start the game. Van Sluten
great move
on the deck. Oh, Beers with the big mean on. Ooh.
Yeah. Isaac Jones some room here.
Yakumovsky. Oh, look at Clough. One-handed rebound. Holding off Mia with the other.
Oscar Clough, such a valuable performance.
In the middle.
UCLA moving up.
Yep.
I had 7 teams in, but Arizona State is falling down right now. UCLA is coming up. They've got a lot of home games. If they can regular foul.
I was going to say, that looks like basketball, doesn't it? That's just like a basketball play, but that must have been what they were looking at. There was certainly nothing with Brooks involved.
Craig Elo's also here. He's always here with the Cougars.
Yes, yep.
One of the offense.
Offense is fine.
Now that's great passing. Oscar Clough, I've never seen him play better. Little fast ones. His shot has not been there since the opening 3 minutes.
That was a 3-ball that Cougs needed. Again, having missed these, left these points at the foul line.
You got KJ Simpson dominating for the Buff. The ability of Keon Brooks to just keep going, and Jaylen Wells just has no comprehension of where the ball is. Be better, do more.
With every team contending to sew up that top spot, this is when it all comes together, so that every play will have the crowd.
The way Brooks moves for that ball.
Yep.
It's just an absolute thing of beauty.
7th rebound for Brooks to go with a career best 33 points.
He looks like he's got a future.
Each team using its overtime timeout. And we assume it's going to stay at point 4. We'll be back. Trust us.
Assume nothing.
And have a dominating performance. It means something.
I love this. I want to go back to college.
Have we got a treat for you today?
The mark is going to be just short. Washington has not at all been a good third and short defense. Rarely do they get off the field in these situations. And Jones has to work for it, but just leans for a first down to the 37. He's got it. And the speedster around the end into the end zone. USC. What an impressive opening drive.
Toronto up 4-1. This is Wells with the basketball. Williams defending.
Yeah, another nice matchup right here.
Wells got to the baseline, shot up, left it short, got it back, missed it, still loose. Wells with it again. And another chance for Washington
today against Colorado. He seemed to want it more.
8 on the shot clock. Clough a long way away. Wells, 3 on the way. Bingo.
Yeah, I mentioned he could do that. He could put that ball on the floor, attack the rim.
They're really difficult to beat. They've done it 8 times this season. They won it in the 80s, 90s.
Well, unless they have a smoking second half, it's not going to happen today.
First half, Miles Rice with the basketball. Yakumovsky. Here's Wells, 3 on the way.
I've been impressed with this shooting, Greg, from three-point range.
Clock did not reset because the ball didn't hit rim. Wells inside, left hand scooped out. Tip back. Ruben Chinyelu. And how do you do that?
You know, I was so excited when I saw that he was mock draft picked the #1. I wanted to see what he could do, but so far he's been quiet here today.
And he went after that rebound big time. Williams down the lane.
Oh!
He went for the flush, and it was met by Chinyelu. And now Wells at the other end. Shot up, no good. Oh! With the follow, the two-hand flush goes. Washington looking for their first road sweep in the state of Washington in program history today.
How about that?
And Wells missing that 3, but Williams can't contain it.
Came into this one averaging 82 points a game. They've got 34 right now with 15 minutes left.
Jaylen Wells creates space, bangs it through.
Well, that's what you like about him, Greg. I mentioned he can put that ball on the floor, stopped on the dot. Ends up being I can't say superstar, but a star in the NBA now. What a fantastic career he's having. And I think the biggest selling point for Tad Boyle in that Colorado program, Division II to the NBA.
Great catch by Wells, 7 to shoot. He turns, fires, and gets the roll. The touch.
Well, you talk about getting the shooters.
Got a jump stop. Yakimovsky. Boy, that could have brought rain. Clough had it, lost it. Wells with the offensive rebound. The puck back, and a chance for 3 on the flush.
And that young man.
De Silva with the help forced it out of his hands. And now Wells put it on the floor. Jump shot. That's off. Long rebound. Here comes Colorado. Cage trouble. I mean, if you lose at home,
you lose at home, yeah. You got to protect the home court.
Jaylen Wells, corner 3. And Isaac Jones, another chance. Jones with his, what is that, his 7th, I believe, rebound, yes.
They've been beating everybody to the ball on the offensive glass, Greg. The last 2 ball games.
Wells.
That's a nice shot. Yeah, that young man has turned into some kind of player.
Jaylen Wells with the score.
Yeah, that young man was injured early in the season. Ted didn't play a lot, but I tell you.
Chinyelu kicks the ball out. Nice save. Still time here as Wells goes to work. Chinyelu. At 2 freshmen have had 30 points in the same
game?
Division I game. Freshman. Wells. And that one was spotted away. Chinyelu was going to get it. Erickson starting on the floor for the Utes in the second half, along with Kada, Carlson, Bajema, Madsen. And this is where Utah's losing. Remember, this is a Washington State team. Last Thursday night, Miles Rice, he had 35 points. Wells buries a 3.
That's just a beautiful setup that time by Miles Rice. We'll touch on that 3. He's doing just what we said he needed to do, Ted. He's stepping up. He's cut this to a 2-point lead for Washington State. See if he's. They got to send some help, though.
And in the lane goes Wells for the finish.
That's a nice, strong move. He's 6'8". Ted, he's just
regrouping for their trip to Washington Saturday. Who can play?
Yeah, it's going to be tough as Devon Smith is still out.
And Wells buries a 3.
Yeah, he lined that bad boy up. This is going to be a big win for Washington State. As you said, they'll get a big jump in their net rating. Knocking off a team in Utah that was 24. Jaylen Wells knocks down another 3.
I expect this to be a really good game all the way through. I don't think either team's going to pull away from the other. It's going to be about executing, turnovers, and rebounding.
Jaylen Wells from the outside.
He is playing with
against his zone, Don. The length that Washington State has with this zone. Jaylen Wells rims out a 3. Jalen Cone. The rebound, Cal looks to run.
And I think
Jaylen Wells, tough runner. And it banks out in the rebound, Grant Newell for Cal.
Cal doing it.
And the rebound, Ruben Chinyelu, the freshman from Nigeria for the Cougars.
Well, Amac got Wells on the switch, just couldn't finish it.
Well,
Washington State much more physical on the defensive end here the last few minutes.
Jaylen Wells in the lane, and 1, and the Cougars have a chance to tie it.
It's opened up a little.
They come with the double team.
Quick double, right on the catch.
Tough 3 from the wing by Jaylen Wells.
They don't get any tougher than that. Late clock, same play. Again, Amac going to make Clough make a play.
Jaylen Wells the miss, got his own miss. And then a putback for Jaylen Wells.
Did you see him look at Isaac Jones? That froze the
Sunshine Coast in Australia to Cochise and Douglas. Beautiful.
Oh, how about that pass? Whoa! Miles Rice, what a pass!
Such a great player, Miles Rice. Andre Stojakovic.
I would say that must have been Adolph Rupp era, right, when they won those home games?
Yes. Brandon Angel's got his work cut out for him tonight on the boards.
That's a great point about this campus, which has hosted
You've been there, and I was there this past summer, the Pac-12 Sustainability Conference. Oh, yeah. A fair number of years in a row. Team Green. Team Green. Jamie
Great innovation
pushing that. Wells operating. Yep. Wells operating one-on-one against Angel. Took him right inside. And Bill, this is one thing Washington State did, and Jared Hass was to have no weaknesses. That was the game you beat them by 57.
And this is the game we lost to them when we had an 11-point lead with 3 minutes to go and didn't score the rest of the way. Yikes. For Washington State, keep it going, win every possession. Stanford's got to somehow find a way to take this game away. Block shot by Reynaud.
Right to Clough, who missed from 6 feet, but
Coach Zach Margolis for the Washington State Cougars should be really acknowledged, maybe even given a raise, hopefully.
Running shot there.
Pat Chun, the first Asian American to ever be an athlete. Oi, oi, oi. Roy and HG, greatest television show ever.
Gosh. All right, we'll have to, it's not an inside joke, folks. We'll tell you about it when we have a second.
It's not inside.
It's really, really good. Has a nice soft touch.
Larson. There's Boswell now in his sophomore year for this. And so is Jaden Bradley. Here's Ballo inside. He's fouled.
That's a nice job by Ballo, giving the pump fake. Getting the defender off his feet. He's a veteran player. Mentioned early in the season, he wasn't playing a lot, but he's becoming one of the most valuable guys for Washington State.
And defense inside Chinyelu making it difficult. You're all good with cold. And he's like the blood's already thinned out after 3 years in Tucson.
It's not bothered him, but I guarantee it bothered his players. It's one of them games you warm up with gloves on, man. It's so cold outside.
And Chinyelu and Rubin connects.
They talk about being in the right place at the right time. Yakomowski thought he had an advantage down there on the post. Mishandled a little bit, but when right to Chinyelu.
Ran down by Johnson. Another chance. Boswell trying to step through Wells. Good defense. And Jones grabs it out of the air.
Yeah, great defense right there. The step through didn't work.
Is it starting to feel familiar with what happened against Stanford?
Well, I remember from my playing days, sometimes when you face a team that you know you're supposed to beat, you just kind of take it for granted that you're going to beat them, and then they come out and give it everything that they have.
3 fouls for the Cougars.
Yeah, you're right. That was a contested shot, but it didn't bother him at all. He still took it.
Jones can't get pinned in that corner. Larson was there. They got clock. Wells. This is a deep 3 that's off. Jones battling for the rebound with Lewis. And they call a tie-up. And possession arrow gives it to Washington.
That's right. Freshman mistake. You can't go under the screen on a guy like that. He's too good of a shooter. You take another look at it. Pella Larson sets the screen. You start to try to go under. And by then, bam, right in your eye.
Performance. He's got some guys that can perform under pressure.
Well, think about it, Greg. You're putting the ball in the freshman's hands late against the number 8 team in the country. And he's shooting the ball like he's been there before. We're talking about Caleb Love. Let's see if he's still cool.
Miles 5 of 7 today.
Oh, yeah.
72-70.
Didn't look like he had any nerves at all.
Send it out. Washington State, USC coming up now.
And with Wells draining that 3, we'd like to welcome those of you joining us on FS. Block as Ellis is sent to the floor. Wells trying to take advantage of numbers. Jump stops. Wild shot with the left hand, and that's short.
At all costs, and just be good enough on defense. That's how I live my life, man.
Washington State trying to improve on offense here. They've had 4 turnovers. Long 3 leads to a longer rebound. Winsu grabs one to you.
Mark, hey, let's watch that one in the film room tomorrow. The more passes, the easier shots get.
Wells from Rice, and an excellent find leads to a tray for Washington State.
Got him.
Loses the handle, though. It's Mullins to Watts. Wells has the look, and he is on one as Wells buries his 3rd 3 of the night.
Like this, right? Bad shot there by Miles Rice, but saved by his running mate.
Wells with 9 points somehow sneaks it in, kisses it off the window, and Wells now with can create. Both teams in the bonus. Keep that in mind. It's Wells. It's driving to the cup unimpeded. Cougars steal the lead right before half. How about Jaylen?
I'm going to compare him to Najulis Tubelis. Tubelis is better, but when you have a big that can put the ball on the deck and actually create shots like himself, it adds another dimension that you have to work.
10 to shoot. Jones sees the double team. It's Johnson on Jones, cutting Wells. Wells fighting through some contact, finesses it in.
Kind of a random
halftime. Here's Rice, 5 to shoot. Pump fakes Hornery. Wells has got to put it up at the end of the shot clock. Jones sent to the floor. And that's
Speeds changes directions, really balanced when he goes up into his jump shot.
Jaylen Wells on the other end, missing the three, got his own rebound, and he'll go to the free throw line. Longer to get those looks available.
Well, Washington State has done a good job of rotating assignments in that zone with their bumps. But on this end of the floor
of the season, that was his first bucket here tonight. 2.5 difference between the game and the shot clock. Here's Jaylen Wells off the mark from 3. Final 5 quarter court pickup here for the Ducks. Extra pass. Here's Wells in the corner. Wells rattles in the 3, his second of the game, and he's got a baker's dozen. Wells has the ISO on the near side, under 6.5 minutes to play here in regulation. Wells to his left this time, and Jaylen Wells has 15 points.
This is where you got to get the ball back in the hands of Miles Rice, your decision maker.
3 chances, and somehow the loose ball. Oh, it's an offensive rebound off the miss. Watts. Another chance for Washington State. Wells this time, no. Wells fighting for it, and it's Oregon basketball.
9, Jordan Pope. They worked on the zone today. Communication is the key because Washington State sends cutters through. You got to be able to go with them. See, now to me, they need to push the pace here.
For Washington State, they're now up to 48% for the game. They're 9 of 9 from the floor. And right on cue, their first miss of the second half. Back to Wells.
This game and taking control of this game, and then the three-point shot came about. You got to make sure they don't go away from that.
Wells off the front iron.
Over the back.
Yeah, offensive foul. Rice finds a wide open Jaylen Wells for 3. Blocks it in. Wells for the big 3 ball.
And then notice how they got the Cougs spread out now. And the big key here is you just can't give up the open look or go.
Big bucket by
Jackson, 13-6 Colorado.
Play for a coach named Hubie Brown. He would say you have to level off the ball. That means you have to find the ball in transition and make the basketball player slow it up, go from
old NBA post defensive move.
He pulled the chair.
Body and then pull the chair on him, right?
Absolutely, pull the chair. Remove yourself from the bump. Usually the player backing down will stumble.
Hope Run, they're taking a little better care of the basketball, and they found Andre Yakumovsky, who averages about 9.5 a game, and he's hit back-to-back three-pointers. He's got 10. Good defense by Washington State.
Great defense.
Ruffin, and there's a deflection. Rice leading a 2-on-2 up the floor. Finds Yakumovsky.
That shot, JB, you are totally fine with that. Those are not the shots that will ultimately beat the Cougs today. It's the layups that Wooster has been able to get in the pick and roll that is crushing them right now.
Should have given him the... Wooster comes to get it. Trying to
does not get out and run very often, but when they do, they're very, very efficient. Over 62% did the Cougs shoot in transition, which is fantastic.
31-29. And courtside at the Huntsman Center, Casey Jacobson, JB Long. There's something different about league play, right? Even a low-scoring first half like that, so much strategy to dig into.
Yeah, there is. These two
the half as well.
Yeah, he's a mummy out there.
Jones, I like that catch and shoot, just missed the shot. Before the defense can collapse on Jones, he's able to get one up.
Yeah. His work creates gravity, it distracts defenses, and it allows his teammates to score. I hope that they are thanking him for his effort tonight.
All right, if you're going to count him, you got to come up with a name for it.
Let's see what they do tonight against this really good Arizona team.
Arizona trying to keep it going, but bounce back from what was a tough loss to FAU the last time out. And Cal looking for a signature win this season. Caleb Love leading the way, averaging nearly 17 points per game for a Wildcat team that's all in double figures among the starting group. For Cal, Keontae Kennedy draws the foul. If that's on Tyson, it's number 2 on him. And it is. So the second foul on Cal's leading scorer. And Arizona's off to a fast start.
Spokane. He's carved out a great career in Boise. Only 20 points away coming into tonight from 1,000 on the career.
And the offensive foul called on Abo. That Degenhardt to the post. Stanley again. He's got Chinyelu on him though. Stanley had to change the direction of the shot.
Santa
Stay
Clara
tuned anyway, people.
has been the powerhouse, looking for their first win of the month. Look, on a 15-0 run.
This hasn't been Washington State's best, obviously, but this is more LA.
Yes, sir.
I think I knew that before.
Bruins bringing you back.
Yeah.
Graduate school. And lastly, Reese Witherspoon. Single digits on the shot clock for O'Neal and the Broncos. He's dead on the dribble. Tyree Bryan with 5. Jones on the switch defensively with 2. With 1. Case scenario for Washington State and Yakumovsky.
I was just going to say, could not be any better for Santa Clara. You burn all that clock, and then you get free throws. Mistake by Yakimov. There's a lot of stuff going on there, but I still don't think it was a foul on Santa Clara. It was
returning for Washington State, number 20,
Winsu to Yakumovsky. His 3 at the horn. Leaves us with a final score of 69-61. Santa Clara.
Not the jobs that I got to move down there. I can't do that drive every day. Commute is a little tough. Worked with a great name, Tommy Connor, great name in Utah basketball during his time. Tough angle on the baseline. That's knocked down from Utah Valley by Stone Carrawell.
Miles with 2 points and an assist. Isaiah Watts, number 12, on the floor for the Cougars. This is Clough now backing in on Owens. Jump hook, perimeter. Nate Pickens missing at the rim. Literally. 19-6. Jones out of the game right now. Jabe Mullins, number 3 on the floor for the Cougs.
The big inning. The rubber of our soul.
So if you had to choose between waffles and pancakes and why, which one are you going with?
This is literally the hardest question I've been asked all day.
Jaylen Sherlock, the ball's taken away in their last couple games.
Jaylen Wells, Isaac Jones led Washington State with 9 points, but really a balanced attack for Kyle Smith and the Cougars.
Less defensively, getting steals, getting out in transition, probing off of pick and rolls, being the recipient of throw-aheads in transition, and then finding others.
Drafted in 2019 by the Chicago Cubs in the MLB draft. Something about the genetics. Yakamura could test him. Should be a victory against Grambling State. So some tests yet for Kyle Smith and the Cougars before they get the Pac-12 play. All right, Isaac, look ahead for us. You got Grambling State next. You got Santa Clara, Boise State. A couple of tough tests before you get the conference play. So what is the mission here as we get to the latter stages of the month of December for the...
Returnable.
Yeah, that was Coach Dicker to have said. That's I love that 1-2 punch.
He's averaging almost 9. Uiagalelei to the outside. Great tackle in space. There's Hicks again, and he's letting Anthony Gould know about it.
A little chunk here, still out of field goal range. Got 2 downs right here.
Over to the outside. Great anticipation by Ryan Cooper. Janikowski, career long, is 55.
Back alive, but find a home for these 2 unbelievable institutions.
Get to the inside, Watson. Sure tackle by Oladapo. Haven't called his name very.
State. Munson got it inside, taken away. And Wells, Jaylen Wells, a junior transfer from the Division II ranks. This has 5 shots at the buzzer to win games. This is a team that's going to be comfortable going to the locker room down. They want that margin to be as small as possible. But they will. Vikings, despite as well as Washington State has played in this first half, just a bucket behind, and confidence is growing.
Yeah, here we go.
Down by Woods is off. Picked up by Jaylen Wells. Chance for the Cougars. Winsu still down on the floor now, up the Cougars at the other end. Club battling for the rebound, but takes it out of.
Trying to turn them over. Drop back in. Looks like they're still in the man-to-man.
Wells will now try from deep. Chinyelu with another offensive board. Wells finds an opening.
A rare defensive read.
Washington State using a lot of clock in the last couple of possessions. Wells for 3. And a foul on the floor. We'll go get. Trying to get Yusufu open on a couple screens. Wells unloads for 3.
He knew as soon as he shot it, it wasn't going in. You see him run by. We're doing a lot of things well, and we're still, these guys are hanging around.
Wells inside the arc. Yeah, like you mentioned, I mean, the record doesn't show it, but this Eastern Washington team, they're. Yakimovsky for 3 off the heel. Wells skies to get that board, goes up with a second effort, too strong off the window, and Price with the rebound.
Brown athletically going up to catch that. You got to have a lot of trust in your big guy if you're going to throw that pass.
He's got 6. The 3 missed by Jaylen Wells. Goals here for Rhode Island. Both teams shooting over 50% in this half. The kick and the 3 for Wells.
That's found.
Wells stuck for a moment. Came up off the mark on the jumper. Yakimovsky with room, launches, can't hit. The rebound taken, down low by Wells. Turn around, count it, plus the foul for Jaylen Wells. Missed opportunity there for Rhode Island. Yesufu with the feed for Wells. Clough with the offensive
loss yesterday is not going to hurt them in the long run because I think Mississippi State's good. You lose to this Rhode Island team, and we'll see how it goes, but you know how the analytics can get. Grading their size, their skill level, and he's got good young players, good freshmen.
Wells with a rainmaker 3. Clough grabbing the offensive rebound. Slash it! A part of a very promising freshman class for Mississippi State. They're back out in front by 1. Open shooter, it's Jaylen Wells. He can't knock down the 3-pointer. Wing 3 by Wells, misses again. Offensive rebound corralled, and now a reset.
He and Miles Rice, who's running the offense here, inside 90 seconds. Rice gets swatted, but a foul.
Boy, he's been on the floor a lot here tonight.
Ice bath.
He is earning his buckets.
Well, I was going to say, I would say, considering there's no hot water in the city of Pullman, he's due for an ice bath anyway.
Well, let me just say this. I might just stay up all night. It don't even make no sense getting a 2-3 hour nap.
Just go to the Coug, have a burger, get some food in you. And
what's a Husky look like in the Coug? That don't even sound right.
6'6", by the way. Here's Clough kicking it out for Winsu. That's an air ball.
Well, that was not his game. He's only taken 15 threes all season and only made 5.
He is 7 games from 3 for Rice. De Silva trying from long range. That one's too strong. Colorado still hasn't made a 3 in this game.
So far struggling. He is the leading scorer for Washington State. Tristan De Silva doing the job.
Wells just narrowly missed his 3rd 3. He comes crashing in for the rebound, and we have a travel. Although I don't know that he had possession. He wants screen here. Simpson crossover. Pull out. That's blocked a little bit. And here comes Wells.
Chanyela with 2 blocks on the same possession.
Out in UFC town, there's a lot of reach on the floor right now. Oh, Dak? No. Well, for Bangor Dak, that would have been his 3rd 3 of the year.
I was Tamper. Don't assume. Don't just jog back.
Williams spinning, firing, and missing. Washington State last led at 8-16
percentage. One of only 2 teams that are in the top 17 of all 3 of those categories. The other one is Indiana State. That's it. Just Colorado and Indiana State.
Which suggests that maybe Indiana State.
And for him to not only get back to this level, but play at the level he's played at and have the success he's had is why this, part of the reason why this Washington State team is the best story in the country. Is low turnover team, though.
Yes. Too strong by Rice. Wow, Stanford didn't block out. Wells snuck in there. And then Geeler strips and fouls.
See anything and then backed it out.
Wells back up, 2nd try, no. And the defensive board by Spencer Jones. Other things in the first that they stayed pretty even with paint points, but Washington State, as Spencer Jones misses. The first game they played this year at Maples Pavilion, when Rice went crazy.
There's that burst.
Game, there it is, and draws a foul.
Flashing to the floor. And now the Huskies want to run. Mulcahy all the way in, but he can't finish.
Right through the chest. Can't do that in front of the official.
The freshman Isaiah Watts has checked into the game, guarding on Johnson, who can't hit. And now here's Rice.
From Wheeler as shot clock's winding down. Could have easily shot a floater. Instead, finds Breitenbach.
Jones gets fouled, and he'll go to the for Xavier Wheeler. Quick answer for Wells, who's able to tap out the miss.
Shooters know when the ball's
really big from the Cougars side. Oh, wow. And UCLA missing the three by McClendon.
Yeah, but what a contest by Isaac Jones. 6'9", jumping out there, stretching out his arm
to shoot over it. To get the rim. Look at the tips twice. And out for a new 20 seconds. Yeah, and Kyle Smith yelled, yep, get it out.
He actually suffered against Washington State on January 10th. He's been a lot better since his return. Johnson blocks Wells from behind. Possession stays with the Cougars for now. Johnson nearly ball away for free. That's the 8th turnover. Now Boogie Ellis in transition with a miss.
Yeah, he gets a good look at the basket right there. Just couldn't get it to go.
Collier tries to go baseline, held up by Wells. Turns around, and Collier had a very efficient first half. He's missed his first 2 in the second.
Yeah, all 14 in the pick.
USC coming out of the timeout in zone, it looks like, as Yakimovsky skins into a 3. Shot clock is an issue here. He didn't hit the rim, so it's a shot clock violation.
That's just
to the corner, reaching snatch by Yakimovsky. He missed it, but an offensive rebound for Wells. And a foul is called.
Logra el enceste. 6 de 6 en tiros de campo el equipo de los Cougars. Se rompe ahí. Vienen con el intento de 3. Se queda corto el disparo.
Zona totalmente abierta. Ahí creo que tenían que haber algunos de sus compañeros cerrado el espacio al centro para que él pudiera hacer ese pase y buscar el enceste.
Es algo que aprendió Arizona State al partido anterior, ¿no, Alex? Un poquito más de control de balón sin dejar de buscar puntos rápidos.
Totalmente.
Wells, no. Another offensive rebound. That's 5 for Washington State. Rice swooping in from the wing, and that's exactly what you're talking about, Casey.
He is so talented. They're rough, but you might want to rethink it.
That certainly might be a possibility. Good skip. Yakimovsky buries it for 3.
Really important for Andre.
Out and spread out the defense out to the line. Rip it down and make a play at the rim.
Nice give back, and Jones flushes. Wells and Jones.
Your defense, if you stop shooting them, people are going to stop closing out on you. They're able to pack the paint even more.
Stanford's length there smothered, but how about that? They call him Yakum. Reno challenge from behind by Isaac Jones, and back comes Wells to the trail. Winsu, and that's an and 1.
Well, one thing I haven't mentioned, well-deserved low.
Yes. Wow, that's a different definition of catch and shoot, isn't it?
He really likes
beat Arizona twice head-to-head. You tie him, you have to share the title. And he laughed. He said, "No, I'll take it any way I can get it."
Isaac Jones will take the ball.
But right there did not look good.
And he pursues Rice, who's stuck, splits the trap with the pivot foot. Here's Yakimovsky, rolls in.
Yeah, that was a great find that time. Nice ball.
And so, you know, this is just a great story. He's, you know, it's interesting. He's from South Carolina, Columbia, played it close to Atlanta. See a bucket there by Chinyelu, but he was not recruited.
Jones backing his way down. Another tough shot over Pella Larson.
Kamani Hawinsu, number 31 on the floor. Jaylen Wells. Hawinsu lines up the 3 and banks it home.
I thought the banks were closed on Saturday in Bowman.
But look, he's surrounded by Cardinal. Rice, another 3. That one's good. Miles Rice from downtown. He's got 10, and he's letting the crowd. Jaylen Wells. Isaac Jones, the catch in the flush.
And the foul, no foul, but what a catch and finish.
Easy part, too, is Jones has a chance to be player of the year in the conference. And, I mean, I look at this team, and they're both really players of the year for their own team. They're both incredibly good from the inside and the outside.
It can happen. And it is like a sign of real professionals when people at home don't know it happens.
That's right. That's right.
And we have the best.
We do.
The best. We do.
Could be Taves.
And look, Kyle Smith has been talking about Miles Rice for a few years, saying, you wait till you see this kid, you wait till you see this kid. And you've been around this game a long time. I've called a lot of games for a lot of years.
Was the assist you saw right there. They got big help off the bench. 9-zip off the bench right now. Josiah Lake showing the way there. Kind of was a mini Wells. He was 2 for 2 from the field, 3 for...
Alone Mare. Just a sophomore, missed so much of last season with just some physical problems in the preseason.
Give that guy an extra treat.
Well, how about that? The Cougs have hit every shot so far, and now Rice will try the 3 and make it 7 for 7 to start the night.
What is the Conference of Champions record? Was a 20-year officer in the Army, our U.S. Army. Another step-back 3.
All right,
that's the first miss.
First miss, and Mulcahy trying to trigger. Cougs are back. Enough time.
But I have not seen Moses Wood play in a lot of these pressure situations enough. But just watching him play basketball, know that he's lived.
Possible for it. Their bed was made by others, but they're living in it. And man, it's raw.
Worry about the things you can't control.
Exactly. And I got to say, this.
There's that baseline again, and Isaac Jones puts the Cougs in front for the first time since they were up 14-12.
Bother him at all, he still took it.
Jones can't get pinned in that corner. Larson was there. They got it away. Chinyalu, the flush from the baseline.
Wow.
The elevation.
Takes him out on the perimeter, puts the ball on the floor, and goes around them. They put a smaller guy on him. He posts him up, so he's a matchup problem for Arizona State here today.
And Isaac going to the free throw line. That left
guard Clough, and Larson is going to be on Isaac Jones.
Catch by Wells. Lewis fouls him. KJ can't believe it.
Which is getting downhill and attacking the rim.
Trojan shows zone, trying to swarm in on Chinyalu. However, doesn't matter. He does it once again. He uses that right.
Washington State. Now for Washington State, only 3 field goals so far in this first half.
But you notice they're right there because here comes another field goal. And again, their defense has got them back into the game.
With 8:55 to go in the first half, Coach Lewis wants to change the momentum. Well, check this out. You're shooting 52%.
Shooting 4 rounds, Washington State, as they can put around LF.
These are the best shooters that Kyle Smith has.
Rice creating late clock and able to win the race to the rim.
Have come in and rescued the starters offensively and given Kyle Smith's team a real chance here, despite not having a good night from their leading scorers.
Bit of a
.644 to play in the first half. 34-6 Washington State. There's the great Ron Stone Jr. taking in some round ball here tonight at Beasley Coliseum. Cougs up, throw to the corner, shot for 3 up and no good by Ben Gristy. And now Washington State with about a second differential between the two clocks. He's the straw that stirs their drink. And I see that Kyle Smith has this guy, Dan.
Trying to give the guy a little defense here. That's
Watts with the flip and the bucket.
For Washington State, Tristan Da Silva doing the job.
Wells just narrowly missed his third three. He comes crashing in for the rebound, and we have a travel. Although I don't know that he had possession to travel.
Yeah, interesting. Miles Rice and make him shoot threes.
Wells on the drive, stopping, and he turned it over. He traveled. Da Silva had a very nice...
in a ball screen. Good read, good execution.
Shot clock low, and it's a turnover. Wheeler flying inside, and...
I'm getting a kick out of watching Coach Madsen over there because he's known for his dancing, right? And he's been dancing up a bunch. And there's a three from the corner by Newell. Closeout by Rice, a little late to get there.
Now, 2 in the league and a lot of defensive metrics, including opposing field goal percentage and points per game. A travel. And a couple of rare turnovers from Washington State in our first segment.
Priscilla Williams sitting, Chamberlain back onto the floor.
And they've just made it really difficult for Colorado. They're 6 of 22, 27%. Wells, the unforced turnover there. That is the 4th turnover on Washington State.
The deflection out of bounds.
Let's see what we get here. Offensive foul.
Oh, wow. How about that? The ability to get to the cup and finish either with a dunk or a gorgeous reverse like that. Not a lot of guys play that way.
And now Washington State missing from the free throw line in Arizona.
On the offensive end for USC. They only trail by 2 at this moment. Here's Wells. Double team. It's Wright once again breaking things up. Ellis.
Slow thing paint too, because again, over 50% of their points come from inside the key. You know the presence they have down low.
We talk a lot about paint touches, dominating the paint touches.
9-7 rebound advantage to Colorado. Rice against Simpson gets a ball screen. And now he gets a clean look and he knocks it down. Miles Rice. Remarkable when Tristan Da Silva is sitting out right now with an ankle injury. He shoots 54%. And the super freshman Cody Williams is better than 62%. He's out with a wrist injury, except they just keep executing up.
Students out of session, but the band is here at the Huntsman Center. And our second half right around the corner.
Level, you can't give them that much time and space to go to work.
Stanley, acrobatic bucket against Chinyelu. So Boise State battling down by 6.
101.
There you go. Had it all the way. Tell us, Matt, what's that feel like when you bank in the 3? Come on, Matt.
I will tell you, it's the
miss. It's volleyball to Simpson. Open floor for Colorado in black, and it's popped in the air, and soaring is Wells.
Isaac Jones so far struggling.
Another guy they can put down on that block, turn his back to the defender and make a play.
Ooh, and they tried to hit Max Burrow running the floor. Back comes Wells with it. Rice.
Oh, got up off of one leg and thought he could just throw it out. Michael Jones read it, intercepted it.
So you're saying that one of the commandments I was taught about basketball no longer exists?
No.
Don't go in the air unless you know what league was kind of that way back then. They were seated.
So Wells lets it fly, and that's off the mark. Mia with the rebound, saves it to Wells. Now Watts has to heave, and he connects.
Moving right there by Washington State. Find an open guy, and Jaylen Wells.
Oh, missed throw. Enough time for Wells. No, what a great play, but it's too late.
Three-point range this year. Yeah, and been on fire early in the year. He's a Division II All-American. He had some good games, not great games. He has been on fire the last month.
And great anticipation there by Tyson. The Bears steal it away. They got numbers. And look at Wells tie up Celestine. And it'll be Cougar ball.
At Western Oregon University in Monmouth, a school that started in 1856. Legendary player, Hall of Famer in their school, Jaylen Wells. Perfect. They just need to learn how to set up more shots for him. Great defense by Wells.
Wells saw that coming and then feeding Isaiah Watts in the game. And
that was good defense, but it was better offense. I'll tell you what, JB, a lot of the passes by both teams are an adventure. Go back to your sport in football. We got to keep completions and attempts here. I want to tell Coach Tinkle that right now. He's interested in right now.
7 minutes and 50 seconds in the future right here. But you're right, 77% of the Beef scoring from under.
For Washington State, keep an eye on that.
Wells. You see Arizona doing a good job in that pick and roll defense. Their guys are fighting over the top. Oh, nice look. To beat them, and then they come out and give it everything that they have. They have to know when they're ranked in the top 10 in the country that they're going to get everybody's best shot, and that's exactly what they're getting here today from Washington State. They're getting the Cougars' best shot, and right now,
Tommy Lloyd made it halftime. That look, he goes to the rim 70% of the time. The guy's got to be at the free throw line eventually.
Well, they definitely got the officials' attention. He's at the line now.
3 to go in Pullman. Boswell. Here's Caleb Love. Beyond the free throw line, missed everything. Johnson.
Good cut inside. Rigsby tried to get cute with the extra pass, and in comes Jaylen Wells to steal it away.
Wells in the
Officially his redshirt freshman year for Washington State. Munson got it inside, taken away. And Wells, Jaylen Wells, a junior.
Dominating Rhode Island in the paint right now. Everything at the basket.
Backdoor feed. Estevez lost the ball. Yesufu.
Joe. He back rimmed it. Wells with the defense. He's been challenged. He's been up for it. He's talking right now to Keon.
His first shot is short, but what a crafty play to tip to Hadley. Devon backs in, lost the grip on the way up. And I guess that's off of a Washington State player.
You're looking at 6-2 and squarely in the top, near the top of the conference.
Oh, yeah! Send it back. Jaylen Wells, yes, a Sonoma State grad. But if Stanford...
Good look.
Wow. Boswell. And this foul is going to be on Miles Rice, who's slow to get up for the Cougars.
Yeah, you've had a couple of football references early.
I like the adjustment, seeing that you see Riverside finally seem to have gotten in a little bit of an offensive rhythm the last couple of possessions.
Pickens will skip it.
Has to be delivered.
Well said. They've had some erratic ironic entry feeds tonight. That was perfect. Here's O'Brien. Oh, whirling dervish. And he is fouled.
Well, this high-low pass is something.
And pushed out and matched up. That it's now designed to take away three-point shots.
Oh, Michael Jones with a blow-by there against Wells.
And that's what Stanford's got to do. We're sitting here talking about.
League was kind of that way back then. They were seeded. A really tough game Thursday. And then surviving a really great start by UCLA today. And that's going to be a jump ball that
three-point range this year.
Yeah, and been on fire early in the year. He's a Division II All-American. He had some good games, not great games. He has been on fire the last month.
Working on Pella there was Winsu, can't get it to go.
How high did KJ get on that rebound?
Calling the travel on Jaden Bradley. That's his first turn of 5, and that man is put together.
And there's the 7'8" wingspan you also talked about.
There's Love, pump fake. Here comes Rice to Wells. Yeah, started high school. He was about 5'8". He goes 6'8" now. Much more aggressive than he was earlier in the year when he was just looking to spot up. Larson misses here. Love launches the triple and hits. And Clough is there for his first points of the game. Larson running the floor, has trouble gathering. Ballo trying to keep it alive. But it's on Johnson, gets it back. Larson using the glass.
Great call there.
And now Jones. 4 to shoot. Stojakovic into the lane, hangs, left it short. Keep battling for the offensive rebound, but Miles Rice out of there with it for the.
Yeah, Miles Rice is like Kyle Smith was right.
And it feels to me like he's getting better. Like he's better today than he was 3 weeks ago.
I agree.
He just
couldn't move that body much, could he? Well, Diawar's a stud. 4 years at Stetson, Central Florida. Send it back.
It is.
Face
Here
the
comes
floor.
Yakumovsky, Winsu.
Matching up out of zone, and then when they have to, just picking up.
11 of the 17 Cougs points belong to Jaylen Wells.
Yogi just took his family to France on a skiing trip. No, so weep not for Yogi.
Yogi likes cold weather.
Yeah, I know.
To a cold weather place on purpose.
Yeah, he's from Pennsylvania.
Grabbing on the shot clock as it poked away. Watts almost got himself one.
Yeah, he almost picked his pocket.
Hammond step through. What a move that was. Rimmed out. Lampkin, what a rebound that was.
Can't leave him open. We talk about Yakumovsky with his three-point shooting, but Wells is shooting the rock extremely well also.
Boy, O'Brien, I tell you what, at his size, he's really aggressive going to the rim. Can't convert. There's a 4 in a row. They were one of the hottest teams in the Pac-12. And right now it's Washington State looking like the better team, and De Silva hanging and hitting with the left hand.
Oh, that was big time right there. Jumped into the defender.
For the junior transfer from Sonoma State. Hadley creates room and tough enough to finish.
His first basket of the day, Greg.
Which is what they hope to do probably a little bit earlier, but closing in now 4 minutes from that good win. Manson's shot rims out.
Well, that's what happens when you have no.
But I guess it's easy to do when Washington State's really not committed to going to the offensive court. Look out.
And Jalen Tyson throws it down.
Oscar goes to work on Ballo. Oh, left hand goes.
Hey, hit him with a little dream shake and hit, dropped off the left-handed jump. Look, big Oscar Clough, gorgeous. The refs are letting them play too, Greg. It just wasn't a good matchup for me personally with Larson on Jones. I just think Jones is too good down there in the post and has a little bit of a size advantage.
And that second foul on Larson. Washington State's going to have to prove that they can close Arizona out down the stretch.
Well, 7:45. I agree with you 100%. There's a lot of time left, and the first thing they got to do is knock down their free throws. And Isaac hit
3 to go in Pullman. Boswell. Here's Caleb Love. Beyond the free throw line, missed everything. Johnson, 73-70.
Greg Heiser, all I can say is, wow, what a big-time win for Kyle Smith and his program, knocking off number 8 Arizona here in Pullman.
Here's Ellis, bit of a mismatch in the open floor. DC doing a good job staying with him. Johnson, shook him, but can't finish it.
It's a problem early on. Andy Enfield addressed it. It was one of the keys to their wins last week.
Johnson, beautiful crossover. Can't get the short-range jumper.
Seven on the shot clock for Rigsby at the free throw line. That one rattles in. Rigsby now a perfect 4 of 4.
Where would they be without him right now? And you mentioned Miles Rice, who's not in the game right now. But Isaac Jones, those two guys are their leading scorers, both right now, JB.
Stanley now 2 of 6, 4 points. Miles Rice. Here's Jones.
Jones and throws it down with the hammer. Wow. Well, I read the scouting report that he was athletic, but I didn't know he was that athletic. That was impressive.
You know who was...
Up front, Jones with backside help.
Good entry. Second defenders there. Around to Rice. 12 to shoot. Leading from behind the arc. They'll get it back on a turnover, though. That's been the story of their struggles recently. 45 turnovers in their last 2 games.
Contested shot at the end of the clock. Let's see if Chinyelu can make this free throw. This is a 1-and-1.
I was going to say, not a lot of good there for Santa Clara in terms of the shot.
House trying to blast through the defender. He does to score.
He sure did.
Points. He's trading with Jones for the team lead in points. Smith leaves it off for Felix against Yakimovsky.
Nice turn. Way back in the early 2000s, right? With
drop cover.
Yeah, drop coverage like in the lane.
Yeah.
He's been dealing with that all year.
Talking about getting high on a hip. De Silva took advantage that time.
Held the point line. Andre Stojakovic out on the floor for the first time as we get players down. Foul called. And that's going to be on Chinyelu.
Starts the second half game with his 3 fouls. He does have 8 points. They go right to Brooks.
That's the look. If they can get him that.
He back rimmed it. Wells with the defense. He's been challenged. He's been up for it. He's talking right now to Keanu. 2 in the Cougs' favor. Brooks. Defenders all around, and he scores anyway. And Mike Hopkins takes the timeout.
Bucks per game, first in the conference. Collier tries to go baseline, held up by Wells, turns around, and Collier had a very efficient first half. He's missed a C pretty much the entire way. Led by as many as 12 late in the first. DJ Rodman levitating in his foul.
Yeah, that was a tough shot attempt right there by DJ, but you can see it.
Since the days of Tony Bennett. And so it's been a long time coming, and you can tell by the way the arena is, Tyson gets inside. That's next level. That's beautiful.
That is
Nick's good help. And we'll see how physical this gets in that game against Arizona on this same floor that the Cougars beat the Wildcats. That was literally a football game in the first half. It was that physical.
Unbelievable move by Tyson on the play before to get that shot off, but then Miles Rice, man, you know when you're good when you get to spots, the spot you want to get to almost.
At Western Oregon University in Monmouth, a school that started in 1856. Legendary player, Hall of Famer in their school, Jaylen Wells. They're not coming to America. Wyoming was really into him and wanted him. He didn't know anything about Wyoming. So somebody said, you know what? It's cold there. And he grew up in the...
Beckway got to the left hand, couldn't finish. The drought continues for KC Beckway.
KC has not been productive against the Cougs. I should clarify and tell Coach Tinkle that right now. He's interested in right now.
7 minutes and 50 seconds in the future right here. But you're right, 77% of the Beef scoring from under. Beckway made his first two, missed his second pair.
And Kip Kissinger and Anthony Jordan, thank you for keeping us in the mix. So we appear to know what's going on.
So 5:40 remaining, double bump.
How many times have we said one possession game? How many lead changes did you have Saturday night with this team?
There are 24, I believe, between the Cougs and the Huskies.
Ooh.
Through the hand.
There, create the contact.
Priscilla Williams sitting, Chamberlain back onto the floor.
Kyle Smith trying to make sure his team understands that guy could shoot, get out there on him.
So an early start by the Cougars. They were scratching and clawing perfection, but now the Huskies have fought their way back, and the crowd has gotten...
There are 75 people here for Isaac Jones tonight from the church outside of Tacoma.
So, what do you think the reaction was when Isaac Jones said, hey, I need 75 tickets?
At his first shot is short, but what a crafty play to tip to Hadley. Devon backs in, lost the grip on the way up. And I guess that's off of a Washington State player.
We were talking about this before the game, Eldridge. There's a lot of players in the league. And look, it's pretty obvious as Carlson hits again.
He's going to work, Ted. He's going to work down there in the paint. I absolutely love it. He's going to get his team back. Makes those, Ted.
Ben Carlson going right at Wells there and gets the foul.
Well, you can see he had a strength advantage down there, and he took advantage. There's just some tough breaks for Utah.
Tarloch. Nope.
It was a nice move, Ted. He just couldn't get it to go.
And that
much closer game.
Much closer until about 5-6 minutes to go.
Oh, offensive foul.
Yeah, it's called on Cada.
You can see him drop that shoulder. Maybe a little bit of frustration.
Offensively, especially for Cal here early in the game.
Vardas Amac in the lane and rattles home, brings the seal for Cal.
If he gets that game, you can...
Vardas Amac, the jump hook, it spins all the way around and out. And the rebound, Ruben Chinyelu, the freshman from Nigeria.
Knock it down to three. Paolo's dropped his shoulder, Greg. If I'm him, I'm going to be careful because he may pick up an offensive foul. But that was a set play out of the pick and roll to try to get it down low to him.
Caleb Love, a 32.
To beat them, and then they come out and give it everything that they have. They have to know when they're ranked in the top 10 in the country that they're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's exactly what they're getting here today from Washington State. They're getting the Cougars' best shot, and right now, a good look.
Wow. Oswald. And this foul is going to be on Miles Rice, who's slow to get up for the Cougars.
Yeah, you've had a couple of football references early.
You saw that right there. He put the ball on the deck, got hit right by the defender, elevated. What a finish. USC still in a bit of a drought here. Only once in this game. Johnson dumps it down low. Here's Page trying to work back to the basket. Gets it to go.
Interesting when USC is...
Washington State scores, they go right back to the zone. And again, it's got Oregon State kind of stagnant right now.
Well, it's high answers.
The course of the season, Tad Boyle, amazing job there. They've got a heck of a freshman as well.
And there's the net rankings. All I know is that that's good. I don't know how they come up with those numbers. It's still confusing.
Dribble penetration, finding the open Jay Mullins, and Seems to be shooting it with a lot more rhythm, a lot more confidence than the first few games of the year. Washington State.
Juwan Watts, a young guy, number 4 for Eastern, who's really playing extremely well for a freshman.
Off the lob, Price can't put it down, and another offensive board. This time,
and Jones knocks it away and keeps him from having a good finish.
That was a great block. That was a pretty good attempt.
Jones, his third jam. Welcome to the Palouse, Isaac.
Yeah, Isaac
approaches this game with so much gratitude to be out there because of everything he's gone through.
Allison, thank you so much. I'm glad you said that about his joys. There's a 3 for KJ Simpson. There's so many people.
Catch and shoot. Rebounded by Winsu. Pulk it in, push. Again, Washington State away. Here comes Wheeler.
Johnson with the swish.
Johnson knocks it down, but credit goes to Wheeler.
Another good luck for Andrews, 2 for 2.
That's a nice ball moving again by the Bruins. Then Bona kicking it out. And
again going to his left. Chenielu is at least forcing him that way. That's clearly the scouting report.
Morgan, who went out earlier for USC.
Yeah, we see Bronny James back in the ball game. DJ Robbins been really, really quiet. And just as I say that, he knocks down a 3. That's
unos días están cayendo en desesperación. En vez de tratar de armar la jugada, como siempre lo menciono, están cayendo al ritmo que les está ejerciendo Arizona State.
Un jugador que te promedia arriba de los 20 puntos. Adam Miller viene hacia atrás, el disparo de 3, nada, lo está fallando. Y otra vez, segundo por...
Here's Boswell. Short
Another
tip
one.
back out. Same thing as last time. Larson gets a hand on it. Rice comes away with it.
It's one on put his body into players, and he's able to finish by almost hitting them and going a little bit backwards.
Johnson hits the short baseline jumper.
First field goal of the game. He's got 4 points. The other 2 points coming from the line. And that 3 finds the net from Spencer Jones.
He was quiet again. It keeps coming. Jeez.
Jones caught a fastball. Durham scores and a chance for 3. Isaac Jones cannot be stopped right now for the Cougars. He's got 20. Scores it.
So Jaylen Wells, who's just a phenomenal player. He's a role player, though. He was a huge star at Sonoma State College. The Seawolves in Roanoke. They'll have the rules changed.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You'll be able to play forever.
Look at that, spinning on Rice and getting in.
Where's the defensive rotation, please? Chenielu, who's just such a promise for powering, physical, size and strength, but just absolutely spectacular skill level and analytical approach to his attack.
Look at Brooks on the...
Long rebound. Here comes Colorado. KJ Simpson, 3 points in this half. De Silva catch, shoot, bingo. Tristan De Silva from downtown.
That was a big shot in rhythm. A bunch of them here. You just hate to see that. And that one wasn't even close by Gabe Masson that time. It's a nice job, Erickson, right there, finding that soft spot in the zone.
That's what
and not
they're
being
doing.
afraid to take it, yeah.
I mean, upward, and that 3-point percentage gets to where it should be.
Jalen Cone is open. Nails it from the corner.
Good pass by Tyson. If you're Washington State, you do not. That out the minute it left his hand, he knew he missed it. Well, we've already established, Roxy, the free throw shooting was a big factor in Thursday night's game here. Let's see if it becomes a...
Got it after Selection Sunday, but right now it doesn't mean anything. Apparently his son Luke went to him last week and said, Dad, is it okay if I just look at the net once? And Kyle said he relinquished, told him it was okay to look. He just doesn't want to hear about it.
Well, I guess I'm not...
Against Clough. Turning middle, rims off. Jaylen Tyson on the offensive glass. Another offensive rebound. Jalen Celestine rattles in a three.
You just can't give up extra possessions in overtime.
Up for grabs, but whatever happens, these two teams are both going to the NCAA tournament.
And to set the table again is Stojakovic. Airballs one to set the table. If you were in Berkeley watching Stanford tonight.
Choice but to shoot that one left wide open.
Yeah, 35.9 for Johnson from behind the three-line. Yakomowski lost it on the way up, but it went right to Chen.
His bag though, and you can also put it on the deck. They'd love for him to play one-on-one all night.
Rodman, corner tray, and USC is now 6 of 22.
Corner, Oquendo ends a 7-0 Washington State run with an emphatic three.
Back home where he had his grad party, and Andre Iguodala showed up, encouraged him to come to Arizona. Tommy Lloyd was there, and he said the shoes he's wearing back home.
If you come to Arizona, we'll get you some shoes that say Oakland on them.
That was impressive.
You know who was chasing him? That was Isaac Jones on his tail. And Roddy Anderson still threw it down. Big bucket. Maybe that gets the Broncos going. Isaiah picks up his first. Ruben Chinyelu without a foul either. That's 5 now on the Cougars. Nate Pickens at the line, double figures in the last 2.
Sure, this time he steps up, fires a little sidearm slider to Kelly, and that's cash money, Coach Dickert says.
Second touchdown of the game for Kelly.
Munson with the basketball, handoff to Habib. Kawinsu chasing, skip to the corner. Harvey's three off the front of the rim. Habib the rebound, and he is fouled.
Miss. It's volleyball to Simpson. Open floor for Colorado in black, and it's popped in the air, and soaring is Wells.
Isaac Jones so far struggling.
Rim, that's chopped away, and here comes Hadley. Simpson calling for it on the skip, and Hadley's going to draw the foul instead on a whirling drive. Andre Yakomowski, he's pivoting, nearly a 5-second call, and intercepted by De Silva. Colorado wants to run. Hadley leaning in for 2 and a 3-point lead, leading to a whistle.
Another guy they can put down on that block, turn his back to the defender and make a play.
Ooh, and they tried to hit Max Burrow running the floor. Back comes Wells with it. Rice. Oh, got caught up in the air. And there's Jones again. And smothered from behind. A little spike from behind by Winsu.
Here's the thing, Ted. I don't know how much Yakomowski in the corner.
There's the play you're talking about. Gieler does it to Michael Jones.
Whatever NBA players do, college players try and do.
With Isaac Jones, he's real crafty.
Whoa, and knocks it away. Williams creates a steal. Mack is going to take it in and finish, and the Bruins have the first 6 points, and Kyle Smith is immediately irate.
Pero tú no puedes perder la cabeza porque tú precisamente eres quien debe de dirigir al equipo. Y tú eres la cabeza.
Teams with really good chemistry. Reverse doesn't go for Rice. Woo! Here comes Bradley. Oh! Ball on the ground.
Great anticipation there by Tyson. The Bears steal it away. They got numbers. And look at Wells tie up Celestine. And it'll be Cougar ball.
At the rim as well. So
you're going in there. You better get the Isaiah Watts on the floor for Washington State. Chinyelu. First half here at Beasley Coliseum. Washington State up by 12 against the California Golden Bears. We're at the halftime. 1.5% coming in. But you see the stroke. That shot's going to come out. You get to the next level and you shoot. That's your job. You're literally working on it 8 hours a day. You're going to get better at Cal.
And eventually, It's secured by Rigsby.
Without N'Faly Dante in there, the Cougars are getting to the offensive glass.
That's a good point. And that is a strength of Washington State's team this year. Again,
Got the lineup that he wants in there right now for the close. Because Chinyelu and Winsu just were not able to get it done in the quick hands of Miles Price.
Look at that miss, and then Jones misses. Wow.
I thought he was going to make the top 10 plays with that one, Ted, but he missed it.
A travel call here. Well, that was an absolute gift to Isaac Jones, and he gave it back.
Yes.
And he's challenged, and Cal comes away with it. Here comes Tyson for the Bears.
Great individual defense by Tyson that time.
Keontae Kennedy finishes in transition.
Look what it leads to. Taking on the...
And a steal. Keontae Kennedy rams it home. And a 6-0 run to start overtime by Cal.
He gets a couple of those.
Most importantly, skilled as can be.
Oh, Gieler with a steal. Nice job. This has been another player. He has really emerged this year. And again,
Tommy Lloyd made it halftime. That look, he goes to the rim 70% of the time. The guy's got to be at the free throw line eventually.
Well, they definitely got the officials' attention. He's at the line now.
Plus the jumper. Yakimovsky able to chase it down. Loses the handle, though. Ellis up ahead to Collier. Collier, a freight train in transition. Gets the finish.
I'm surprised that
finesses it in.
Kind of a random double team was turned into a trap. Look out.
Johnson skating to the cup and a late whistle. Andy Enfield, a little chuckle, loses the handle. Orange is loose. James scoops it up, brings it down, trying to get the angle, elevates, blocked. Oh, perfectly read by Isaiah Watts.
Out right now with an ankle injury. He shoots 54%, and the super freshman Cody Williams is better than 62%. He's out with a wrist injury, except they just keep executing offensively.
Coach Boyle has built up
in transition, which is fantastic. And you see right on that possession, you see why.
Nice pass. And a free throw to follow.
Era that they played, but they made a commitment to being tougher and being better defensively this year, and I think that's what's different. They scored since Tommy Lloyd got the job, but they understand now getting to the NCAA tournament, conference notable alumni for the next year.
We will, but time is running out, and so here as we approach the holidays, thank you to David Feldman for taking it in a different direction here on our Pac-12 halftime report.
Walked away, missed the scoop, put back won't go, still loose. And back comes Habib for the Vikings. Leaves it for Satterfield, transition 3, off the front of the rim. Oh, flying through is number 20.
Rice with the shot clock winding down. Three-pointer number 5 already.
Wow, Chinyelu got away with a push inside, but nothing is deterring Miles Rice.
2.
Yesifu has not been in much, can't finish there in transition. Eastern's got numbers for a change.
Kyman, again, just can't knock it down from deep. That
Throw the
is
ball
way off.
Throw the ball to Isaac Jones on the block. He's demanding it. What a move by Montgomery. Zeke Montgomery and
country and offensive rebound percentage. Both these teams very good at preventing offensive rebounds as well. O'Brien baseline. That got spiked down to the deck and rescued.
But you just launched that thing.
Yeah, when you hear it ticking, it's a problem.
Miles Rice, he's got to go north and south instead of east and west. Like that.
Yeah, he's just dancing on the dribble and using his body.
Yeah. You see how he gets a one-on-one opportunity and everybody like stuck to their man. They're saying, Winston, you want to shoot it? Go ahead.
De Silva. Yes, it sat down. He wins the card out. Nice save by Simpson. He threw the possession, a life raft. He dances down the lane and misses. Rebound hit the deck. Rice hard on the gas pedal, lost it again.
On the floor to be able to do that. All over Keon Brooks here with 4 on the shot clock. Wells right in his jersey, and Brooks scores anyway.
That is an NBA. What Mia does when they go to that 2-3 zone, he just anchors that paint. It's hard to score over the top of them, and when you get guys with Brooks' length and athleticism flying in.
That's long.
And that's going to be the third foul on Bona. Go.
De Arizona State, y te lo vuelvo a decir como lo dije hace 2 días, tienen que aprender a cerrar los partidos.
Pues ya les van a dar la vuelta.
Love gets it back. Rice doing a good job on Love right there, being physical with him. Shot clock winding down. Bradley throws it up. Johnson scrapping. You can sense Boswell a little more aggressive. That one was in and out.
And as a result today, neither of my wrists work at all. So good luck, Nate Biddle. Good health to you. Shell stab.
Oh, there you go.
The form of concentration, Ted.
Oregon just kind of slowly makes a charge.
Kelly Graves doesn't have many issues defensively, but offensively.
I didn't think he was going to get it up there.
I didn't think he was going to make it. I thought he took out from too far, off of 2 feet.
Hadley hesitation on the 3. Missed it. Jones the rebound. Lewinsky will put.
They're going to have some. Utah has 7 themselves, but a lot of those are long rebounds and missed threes. That's going to happen. There's a nice drive and score by Matson.
Yeah, Gabe Matson looked like he's up for the challenge.
Washington State, where a decent look up on the rim and just roll out.
Spinning down low. Jaylen Tyson the miss, and the rebound. Here comes Yakimovsky for the Cougars.
Better job by Clough that time, keeping AMAC up.
And an offensive foul, a charge on Jaylen Tyson. And it's just the 2nd turnover.
3rd in the high 90s. Arizona's got a 9 and 11 on that list, I believe. Andrei Stojakovic.
I would say that must have been Adolph Rice.
Exceptional second gear once he puts his foot to the ground. I'll tell you that much, especially from this vantage point. Johnson trying to shake Wells. Step back triple. Just bounces off. Knocked out of bounds. Cougar ball. 2-2 in conference play. Under 10 to shoot. Sellers stops on the nail. Again, a lot of just mid-range jumpers just rinning out from USC. Stick shot.
And it gets him kind of back in it here, down 13. If he misses that, it'd be tough for them to come all the way back. But I think that 3 at least gives them the opportunity.
I like the adjustment, seeing that you see Riverside finally seem to have gotten into a little bit of an offensive rhythm the last couple of possessions.
Pickens will skip it.
10-point land, Yakimovsky. Falling away. Tough shot by Jake Kyman.
Yeah, he's played in this building before. Jake Kyman.
The Coliseum.
This is a long, important possession. Steps.
Now an offensive foul.
Top of that.
A huge night for the freshman.
That's what Kyman's in for. Bang.
Deep threat.
That's the last time out.
There, Lampkin. Oh, now it's a late shot clock for Hadley. Working to the post. Jones enveloped him. Here's O'Brien for 2, slicing in.
Timely cut there by Luke O'Brien. Heads up. A lot of pub here lately. ranked 19th. Top, oh wow.
Another back door. Johnson's had a couple of flushes that way.
Yeah, that's just absolutely too easy.
A huge game last time against USC, was the consensus National Player of the Week after his games against USC and Arizona, as Johnson answers, plus the foul.
Yeah, nice cut to the...
They are 3 of 6 from behind the line in this one. Great backdoor cut and a great gift to Brandon Angel.
Smart player, very intelligent player. Angel against perfect.
They just need to learn how to set up more shots for him. Great defense by Wells.
Wells saw that coming and then feeding Isaiah Watts in the game. And the way, and Rice just went right down the lane and there was no help.
Brennan Rigsby is a phenomenally talented. That's an offensive foul.
Yes, on Evans. That'll be his second in the first Cougs. Rice has 9 points so far for the Cougs. Brooks 8 for the Huskies.
So they've got some substitutions in the front line for the scorching hot Washington State.
Good cut inside. Rigsby tried to get cute with the extra pass, and in comes Jaylen Wells to steal it away. Wells is gone. Mohamedou Diawara. Here is Diawara. Good pass inside. Kusnar lost his man for the easy layup.
Terrific cut. Jaylen Wells got caught.
So Rice and Jones combined just 7 shots and 8 points, and those are the 2 leading scorers for Wazoo.
Dominating Rhode Island in the paint right now. Everything at the basket.
Backdoor feed. Estevez lost the ball. Yesufu